Tastes like cake too.
Why isn't she staying?
She's in a space today. I don't think, like, you know, I don't know. Like,
I don't get it.
I think she's just in a space today, and I'm shocked that she's leaving, because oftentimes when she's in a bad place, Goddess Circle helps her.
Yeah.
And so maybe I should have been more...
Trying to get her to stay.
Yeah, I just realized that now. But she was like giving me nasty looks all day. I don't know what I did.
Nasty looks?
Yeah, I saw when she came over, she was like...
She gave me nasty looks all day too.
Nasty looks.
I've been giving her nasty looks. I mean, she's been giving me nasty looks all day.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong.
I've been getting really nasty, like, vibes from her as well. I don't know why. She got really in my face the other day, and I really felt like hitting her. Like, it was almost like self-defense. Like, she was like... I was sitting, she went like this, she's like, that was fucking rude. Like, where her nose was touching mine.
She said the F word?
It's something like, I don't even know, but in that moment, I just felt like I felt just, you know, like, I felt so attacked. Like, what I did was this.
I know, she does this thing where she, like, really projects a lot of anger at people, maybe.
Like what I was so, like, I felt like, you know, like, defending myself, and I went like that, and I was just like, ugh.
What was the situation?
She was using my internet time to finish her grocery thing. Like, it was my time, and I was sitting there on the computer for, like, I was sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for her, and she was just doing this on the computer, and she kept stopping and, like, talking to someone, like, oh, you know, I'm doing the grocery list, and I'm just like, stop talking and get it done. You're cutting to my time now, you know?
It's important for me to go grab her.
I'm just like, stop talking.
I'm just gonna go grab. I'm gonna just try.
Yeah, just try.
Was it wrong of me? I told her, I was like, Bella, I'm being very patient sitting here waiting for you. Stop talking and get it done. And she's like, that was very rude. And she got up and got all in my face.
I don't know. She's not irrational.
I felt so attacked.
She's not a rational person. And so, like, I gave up a long time ago trying to, like, justify or understand her behavior. Because she's all over the place, you know?
But, like, with someone...
I don't think she's mentally stable.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Someone understands.
What are you talking about? So pretty. I don't know, Bella was here, and then, like, we were sitting there, and she suddenly just got up and was like, I'm gonna go paint instead. Why? We don't know. Nobody ever knows. Who knows?
Did she seem upset, or she was just
She seemed upset.
What the hell?
I don't know.
She's
so unpredictable.
Yeah. It gets exhausting.
Yeah.
And you
mentally taxing.
And you feel like a bully because you just don't want to hear it anymore, and you kind of like roll your eyes whenever it starts, you know? But it really does just get like...
It's mentally and emotionally taxing on us. Having put
no luck?
She said she's gonna get water and come.
Okay.
All I said to her was, think about how you felt after Goddess Circle last week, and she's always felt great, so...
Can we shave? I think a shaving party. Gross. I'm fuzzy.
I'm still alright. I forget when I shaved, though.
I look like a gorilla.
It's the day before last.
Unhappy.
Okay.
Oh, wait. We're sitting on her rug.
What?
We're sitting on her rug.
I thought that was your rug, Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do
you want to sit with us, Nikki? There's plenty of room on the rug.
I have a long thing, so I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know you're with shorts, so it's more comfortable.
I'll jump up to make a circle.
Wait. No. That. Oh, yeah.
Just flip it this way.
Okay, that's a good idea.
You can sit on there because you got shorts on. I gotta skirt on.
There you go.
It's like having a built-in rug.
Still not a circle. Hold on.
Okay. Perfect. So let's open the space.
Situated here. There we go.
Oh, I found a nice spot.
I think my ass is touching bare ground, but that's okay.
Finally, my ankles aren't on rocks. They're usually on rocks. Right now they're on grass, which is nice.
So let's close our eyes. Sit nice and tall. Take a deep inhale. And release. Another deep inhale. This time releasing anything that's not serving you. Anything you want to just let go of, any emotions, any feelings, anything you don't need. This time on your deep inhale, fill yourself with love. and light and inspiration, and exhale. And last deep unifying breath. Let's take a moment to get into utopia, to realize the gift we've been given in terms of being here, the beauty of the land, the nature, wonderful bees and hummingbirds, all the beautiful flowers that have bloomed, the waterfall, the lake, the animals, the grass, the plants, and most importantly, each other. We've come so far. And of course, there's moments and experiences that are challenging within ourselves and with others. And that's why keeping these times for Goddess Circle and this new group we've developed are so important to keeping harmony with each other. And making it a point to take care of ourselves. Taking that time to rest or lay on the grass or meditate or run or whatever it is that brings you back to you when you might be feeling down. And I'll ask you to think about that. What is something that makes you feel more supported? What is something that our fellow utopians can do to make you feel more supported? What can a fellow goddess here in Utopia do to make you feel more supportive? And I ask, please only focus on what's positive. And bring your awareness to your heart. And take a moment to send love to each and every goddess in Utopia. And now take a moment to send love to the men as well. And as we open Goddess Circle, remember this is a safe space to share. And send a blessing to our food, to our snack food that we'll have after we share. And I just want to thank you all for coming. And when you're ready, slowly release your hands and open your eyes. And so I changed the prompt to be when you're in that space so that you can kind of think from your heart instead of your head and try to be in a positive space. I think the group was really awesome. Mm-hmm. And I think any way that we can find ways to support each other. And I guess I'll go first. I've noticed, like, it's obvious that touch, I think, is so important. But it's not because, it's just I've seen the impact it has. Like, you know, sometimes, some days are more hugging than others, but it's also different, like let's say someone like Chris is someone I don't spend a lot of time with, but the other day I was doing something on the computer, and he, like, patted me on the back, mm-hmm. and it felt, like, so nice. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't told him this, but it was, like, support that I got from him that I, like, hadn't had. And I was like, wow, that made me feel so good. And like lately when I see Rob, he'll just like have his arms open, like even if he's just passing me, you know, and it's just been, and I know that it's obvious, like I like hugs, but it's different when it's like initiated by someone else. Or like if I see someone who wants to hug, I usually go up and I'll say something, and sometimes I don't. Maybe a little lately I haven't been hugging as much, but this idea like that touch is so important, and that's why like I have cuddles with Josh, and I did cuddle with Mike last night, and you know, and even with Cal, like that was so awesome that he came, because like I felt like I didn't have that male female where I felt safe, and maybe someone didn't want to like, you know, like with Josh or whatever. And so for me, it's even if, you know, hugs make people uncomfortable, it's that like pat on the back or that encouragement through touch. So like that's just what I wanted to share. And so keep in mind, whatever we share is something that we can do for each other. And obviously when it comes from a genuine place, like if you're feeling like crappy and you just want to, it's still energy exchange. So if you just see that someone's struggling and you genuinely like take a moment and feel for them, you know, that's one way, at least for me. So that's something that I've noticed.
That was something that like I wrote about on like the second night here, was the importance of touch and how encouraging it was. You know, I think I wrote down like, you know, half the people here on the second night are driving me crazy, but I still want to touch them. You know, like just because I'm a huge patter in my normal life. Like I do that all the time to people, and I'll do that for like 20 minutes straight. And people make fun of me for it. just kind of keep it going at a watching TV. No, seriously, this in the car.
I like car hand holding.
You know, but yeah, no. Thinking about your prompt, it's amazing how, like, just little things can totally turn your day around. You know, like last night, Brie, I was feeling like really crappy before bed because I was doing my normal bedtime like mood swing, and I just pulled out your little note that you gave me the other day and read it. You know, and it's just so simple. She just wrote me a little note that just said, "You're beautiful and stay strong," and I think Chris wrote on there like, "P.S. Let's make some more soap." You know, like that's all it was, but it's just made me feel so good. You know,
awesome. Or
heck, just when you were there in my apartment talking about my swing, that made me feel good. It's like simple, stupid stuff, you know, but it's such a basic human need to feel like you're seen, you know, to not feel invisible, or to not feel like people are passing you by or not hearing you, you know, even when you're just saying something stupid and somebody recognizes it, you know, and just being heard and seen is such a huge thing.
I think I love affection. I like really affectionate. I walk up to people and like I'll pet them and like mess with their hair, and you know, I think it makes you feel closer to someone. When you feel sad and lonely and you reach out and you touch somebody, it helps make yourself feel better too. You know, and it helps make them feel good. You know, they may be going through the same thing you're feeling, and I think everyone here goes through the same. And we feel the same sadness and loneliness and the same hopelessness sometimes, and you know, it's the same like just depression sometimes. Some days, you know, they're better than others, but I think when you reach out to someone and you don't have to say anything, you just reach out and just
is that what you've found has been things that picked you up? So it is touch also?
It helped me a lot.
I thought it was only weird.
The first few weeks here, you know, it was really difficult. You know, I would be afraid to touch people because I don't know how they would react. And, you know, if I touch them, would they think I'm creepy? Like, if I just keep feeling people up, like, you know.
I love it. I think you felt me up, actually. But yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Being around you guys, you too, has really helped. And, you know, sometimes we don't always get along, but we try. And you know, me and Bella fight a lot. We're always at each other's throats. But when I don't know why, I try to be nice to you. I don't know why either.
It's not me, Brie. I'm trying to be nice to you, and I just
keep going, Brie.
You know.
And, you know, it's difficult. It's really hard. We have a lot of negative energy, and I don't know how to work through it.
I actually think that after we all share, exploring that in this safe space with different, you know, people around as well, that's a suggestion. You don't have to do it. I think this would be a great space to kind of see why that is. Just saying. I'm putting it out there. So at the end of sharing, you can see how you feel about that. Thank you for sharing, Bree.
I'm going to pass. So hear what y'all have to say.
Okay. So you don't want to share in any way how you can feel more supported here in Utopia?
I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've kind of given up, to be honest.
Was there ever a day that you were feeling down? And I know one of the things was Goddess Circle, right? Taking that time to connect. You felt better after a day that you were feeling down. What are some other things that maybe people have done to make you feel happy to be here?
I'm sorry, I just can't do the group today.
Okay.
I don't feel supported by much of anybody here, and my heart it hurts a lot right now. And I've tried to give love when love is being given to me, and to be yelled at on the computer when I tried to make things better, and just it's so much. I just can't even. It hurts, and I just want to be happy and loving and have love in return. And it's sad because I'm a very touchy, lovey person too. But here I've been shunned. And it's to a point where I don't trust that I'm going to be loved here again.
What are some of the ways that you feel loved? Like, what's a display that someone can do to show you that they care? Like, I think that me coming to
just being kind. It's really simple. It's not hard. Just showing kindness.
So saying like, Bella, that painting's really great.
No, that's not. I don't.
Or
like when we're in the computer. Like when we were dealing with the computer the last time that we had an altercation, if you want to call it that. I was trying to do the group order for the whole group, and I spent all my time, and I had to go over 5 minutes, and I asked you if I could give you 2 days of my time, if I could just use 5 more minutes of yours because you were coming up next, and you nodded just like you just did. So I assumed.
I don't want the time. I don't want your time, Bella.
So I assumed. Okay, that's fine.
Let Bennett finish.
So I assumed, okay, great. I'll wrap this up really quick, and I had 4 minutes went into your time, and then somebody came over and just yelled, not in a respectful way. It's like, what are you doing on the computer, Bella? It's not your time. Come on. It was Rob. And, it's Bree's time. We have an agreement. And I would have felt supported if you had stood up for me and said, it's okay, Rob, we have an agreement. She's just got 5 minutes left. Let her finish her thing and she'll be off. That's what any of us would have done.
That's understandable.
But instead, it happened differently. And you joined in, and you were like, yeah, Bella, come on, hurry up. I thought you were kidding.
No, I didn't.
I thought you were kidding. And then when I found out you were serious, I was like, I don't know what to do. I try to be so nice, but I still get attacked. And I just felt like you turned on me, and we're siding with them, and I just can't take it anymore.
Bella, I was not turning on you. I said, stop talking and get it done. Rob was attacking you. You kept stopping and turning to him.
At me.
You turned to him and was getting into this fight with Rob. I said, just get it done. Don't engage. Just ignore him and get it done because you need to do this.
You were jumping in on the yelling at me, and you said it 3 times. And I was like, Bree, we had an agreement. And you were like, just get it done. But it was so mean and hurtful, and I could feel the anger coming from you when all I've been trying to do is show you love and show you support and talk to you and help you through things. And then that's what I got. And it's just like, time and time again, it just to the point where I shut down. And that's what's happening with me.
Bree, do you you know what she's saying about, like, had you said to Rob, actually, Rob, I'm letting her use some more time because I know she has to finish this. I already told her yes. Do you think that could have maybe, like, put the whole situation a little bit you know, kind of, maybe it wouldn't have turned into such a big thing.
Maybe, yeah. If I
felt
turned to
more
Rob
loving.
and said, Rob, leave her alone. She needs to get this done.
Right.
I didn't hear that. If I'd heard that, I would have been like, thank you so much, Bree. Been able to wrap it up. And then if, you know, it's just things like
so
that,
it sounds
you know.
like having people
Just be on
help
the
to
side
defend
more.
you. Right. Help to
Yeah.
defend you when
Yeah.
there's a situation.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Because I feel attacked from all sides now. And I don't feel like anybody in my corner.
Mhm.
It's a very scary place to be.
Right, I understand. And I agree, like that day you were saying with, there was another day that I think that it seemed like people were, you know, attacking, with the food and with the questions. And it's understandable because it's challenging because, you know, we're all different. And we actually got to the answer, which is, what would make you feel more supported in Utopia? And it seems like people coming to your defense more when there's some conflict or disagreements or something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. And then when there are questions, that's fine, but ask them in a loving way.
Okay, so that's another.
Ask questions
way.
in a loving way, not an attacking. Because you know how it can be. People can ask questions. It means two things: they truly want to hear the answer, or they really just want to judge you and let you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And just ask questions in a loving way. You know,
Right.
like really, you know, what we'd like from you to make this work, Bella, is X, Y, and Z. And I would have been like, okay, that would be great.
Okay.
But to be attacked, like what happened, and then I feel like I'm the only one defending myself, and I just got out of the hospital, I haven't eaten. It was just like I ended up on top of the table screaming to the world.
Can we talk about
It
why?
looks like I'm like a hothead, and I'm not. I'm
Right.
the most loving,
Don't
caring
worry
person
about
I
what the world
I know
thinks.
of.
Don't worry about that. I think what's more important is the harmony within the group. And
Well, I
that's-
do too, because
that's-
I'm here, and I feel the only friends I have are the fish on the dock, and it's really sad. That's pathetic, you know.
Bella, I want to address that. Before you even asked me if you can use some of my time, you turned to Rob and asked him if you can use my time. Then you asked Rob if you can switch with me to use my time to do. I'm like, I felt that was really disrespectful from you, because it was my time, and you went around me to ask somebody else to. You didn't just turn to me, and I was sitting right next to you, so I felt really disrespected. And then the tone that you had with me, you said, I need to get this done. Can we do this? And it wasn't like a question, it was kind of like a demand. And I didn't want to argue with you, so I said, yeah, just get it done. That's fine, just get it done. And then you turn around and engaged to Rob. And when you got up, after whatever words were said, you got up and got within inches of my face and
And I
screamed.
said, don't ever, no, I didn't scream it. And I will do it again if it ever happens. I said, Bree, please don't ever talk like that to me
you
again.
did not say that. You said,
And I
don't
meant
ever talk to me like that again. Right in my face. And I felt like that was an act of aggression, and you invaded my personal space. I felt scared.
I don't want to fight with you. If you come from a place of love, it won't have to escalate to that point. Do you understand? I just wish you would come from a place of love instead of anger.
Had you just turned to me first instead of going
I
to
did,
Rob?
Bree. I
No,
did.
you turned right to Rob as if I was invisible and I was sitting right
I
next
turned
to
to
you.
you first because you were
No,
sitting there and it was your time.
You did not. You didn't say, Bree. You turned to Rob. You said,
All
Rob.
I ask, Bree,
and
is that you
switched
come
with
from
me.
a
If I
place
can
of
interject, I
love.
think you guys have a lot more to say about this, and I think that you guys should say it to each other. But I
Right.
think we should take that out of Goddess Circle.
Yeah, because I don't want to fight
If
here.
you
This
guys
is my
want
safe
to
place.
have a conversation about this afterwards, and I think you guys should, then,
Right.
but let's keep
Yeah,
creating
and
this
We need a
space.
mediator.
right, and so I'm glad to do this after, but I still think this was really constructive because we were able to find out what's supportive for you,
Yeah.
and so people coming to your defense.
Treat me the way I treat you.
Right, and
I
speaking
am very
nicely and
nice
kindly.
when I ask for things.
Yes.
I'm very gentle,
Okay.
very kind. That's all I ask.
Right.
The same that I would treat you is
Right.
all I ask.
Okay. And at the same time, just what Bree said in terms of being sure to ask the person or tell the person. I think that's come up a few other times, like maybe where the person's there and you might have conflict with them, so you feel safer saying it to someone else. And so that's understandable. But maybe trying to diffuse the situation.
I did address it to her
Yeah.
first, but this is
Okay.
not the place for this. I would like to
Tex
move
has been
on.
waiting
Yeah.
extremely
Yeah.
patiently.
So we can talk about it after if you want. I'm happy to, or at a different time. But I do really want peace between the two of you because then it creates.
I have peace.
No, I'm saying just
I know what you're saying,
so
but
that you guys can move on from this, and we can all move on.
yeah,
From this.
I have moved on
Okay.
from it. I just
I just want you to be
I just want
upset,
peace
Bella.
and harmony.
I want you to be happy.
I want a peace and harmony is all I want.
Okay.
You know, and all I ask is for people to speak to me in a kinder tone. That's
Okay.
all. That's how I would feel supported.
Okay. Thank you, Bella.
That would make a huge difference in my life.
Okay.
I think back to the first time I realized the impact of physical touch. I was in a really bad car accident in high school with my friend Molly. The steering column just stopped.
Oh my gosh.
And we were going like 75 or 80 mile an hour into a turning overpass. So we hit it dead on, and when we hit it, it kind of thrust us right back into traffic. You know, we were sitting horizontally and all the traffic's coming at us vertically. And the car was crushed in so bad that we had to literally like get together and kick the door open so that we could get out. And meanwhile, these cars are just like whizzing past us, and we're like, you know, that's the first time I was like, we're probably gonna die, Molly, you know.
Oh my gosh.
But it was so surreal, because all I remember is finally we got ourselves out of the car and we ran to this to the side of the road, the embankment, and we kind of ran down into the ditch. And we were just standing there like kind of in this disbelief, and we couldn't really snap out of it. And, you know, I mean, we were literally playing Frogger to get out of this freeway. And all I remember, and I don't know where she came from, or even if she was real, that's how surreal this was this big lady, man. She just came trucking down that ditch, and all I remember is she didn't even say anything to me. She just grabbed me, and she gave me the nicest hug I've ever had in my whole life, and kind of brought me back to, like, consciousness, because I wasn't for a minute. And then I don't remember anything else. It was that weird. I think you know, the ambulance came and whatever else to check us out, and I don't know. I mean, I remember she was in a blue dress like yours, and she was African American, and she was just this big lady. She came trucking down this ditch, and she just grabbed me, and she didn't even say anything. And then I don't remember if she I felt like she did it until the ambulance came, and then she was just gone. It was so weird. I don't remember what transpired after that, but I just remember how safe I felt in that. And this was a lady I've never seen before in my life, and I just went through the scariest thing I've ever gone through in my life. But that hug, I just remember being there in that hug, like even forgetting all the melee around. Like, wow, this is so surreal. Like, this is the nicest, most calming, you could feel it hug ever. So that really resonated with me. The importance of like, not only how much a stranger can impact your life and how you can stop your day and change somebody's life, but just that touch really is surreal sometimes, and it definitely brings you to a whole nother different place. I mean, that's touches everything to us. It's what pushes our species on, you know. So it really is so crucial.
And so here in Utopia, how can someone make you feel more supported?
I feel very supported here. I couldn't ask for a better group. Every time I failed or every time I felt bad, I've never hesitated to go to anybody here. And I've never been like, oh, that was unfulfilling. That was like a not so great conversation. I've never ever experienced that here. So I find myself very, very fortunate.
And so what about in terms of when you're not looking for it, though? Like little things. Is it just going up to you and just touching you in some way to make you feel more supported?
I think, and I said this, I think, to Dedeker a long time ago, like second or third day. I was like, I love when people wake up and they're just like, good morning, X.
Right.
Like, Dedeker gives me a hug
to know.
every morning. Dedeker gives me a hug every morning. Brie will come up to me and she'll be like, hey, babe. Just like if I'm just off in the corner, like someone will still come acknowledge me. And that makes me feel so present here, which I like. Just the little,
great.
Just a little, hey.
These are the little things that we're talking
Nobody
about.
ever passes me by and just doesn't see me. I always get like a bump or like even a rock to the face. I appreciate it. Like some people throw a rock in my head.
You've been seen, right?
Right, like Chris will do that. He'll walk by and he won't always be like, hi, how you doing? He'll like throw a pencil in my face. I'm like, oh, I love that. It's the weirdest thing ever, but it's like you said, it's like feeling present. Like you're in the group. So I really I value that very much.
That's
I appreciate
awesome. I appreciate that. And knowing that too. It's something I am going to take with me leaving Goddess Circle. And maybe even the note thing too.
Yeah.
Oh, the notes
I'm
are
gonna take-
excellent.
yeah.
I always write little notes. Like,
Yeah.
I write, Kristen was having a bad day. I've written Kristen one. Bree was nice. Bree wrote her one. Rob T.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
notes are, you
Then
guys.
you can, that's because that's the thing, is then you hang on to it and then you can
Yeah.
revisit
The other
it,
day,
you
I was
know?
even mad at T. I wanted to, like last night, I wanted to strangle the little shit. But then I read his note, and I'm like, oh.
That's great. I love all those things.
So notes are great because you get to it's like when
It
that person.
takes time to think about what you're going to write and take the time to write.
Oh, my notes are eloquent. And then I try and say them out loud, and I'm like,
I love that.
but notes are awesome.
Do you want to do an essential oil?
Yeah, I can.
And then
I have a little reading.
Oh, okay.
Also.
Actually, we could probably. Should we open up the snacks or?
Definitely snacks.
Snacks and reading!
Snacks and reading.
So we don't really have enough plates, but
That's okay, I eat with my
I'll
face.
say yeah.
We snot in plates.
Let's all give it thanks. So we have lots and lots of food. Okay.
Can I have this ugly one?
Yes.
Thanks.
I'm gonna
So-
take the sister.
It's so funny. So I read this. I've had this book for a while, and I read this verse before coming here, and it never even made me bat an eye until I read it like a couple weeks ago, and it was just like so spot on. So the more one denies oneself, the more one gains. Unencumbered, I seek out the camps of those who desire nothing. A deserter, I hasten away from the side of wealthy men, whose comparison makes me poor. For I am wealthy myself, in the absence of my wants, rich in already being satisfied. I have a stream of clear water, a wood of a few acres, my harvest and milk cows, and my bleeding sheep, not yet. Each morning I find eggs in the straw. I expand my revenues by shrinking my desires, and live the emperor of my domain.
That is
So perfect for the way it was
Perfect.
I know.
opened.
And it makes me think, obviously, like it hits on so many like literal things that we have here, but also before coming here, I read this awesome book called The Art of Nonconformity by this great author, Chris Gilbo, and he talks about either he or like a close friend of his was really into playing the lottery, you know, like very regularly, and like they would love talking about it and kind of dreaming about, you know, what they would do with all that money. And he has this great line where he says, like, but then I wrote my own winning lottery ticket by changing what was necessary for me to be happy. And I really like that. Like, I mean, specifically about that, I wrote my own winning lottery ticket, you know, just like you give yourself so much. And it's not necessarily about like lowering your standards or anything like that, but just changing what's necessary. You know, I increase my revenues by decreasing my desires. You know, it's amazing how much you have. We have so much here.
We do.
We have so much, not only like physical material things, but just with each other. We have so much, you know. Like, it's so funny because in group this morning I was talking about, a lot of people talked about feeling lonely and isolated and stuff like that, but then here I realized, like, oh my gosh, like I'm in a community where I can touch everybody. You know, I didn't have that out there. You know, I'm in a community where I really feel like I can go to anybody almost and have a good conversation or get good advice, you know, and I don't have that. Like, we have so much here, including these gluten-free children.
Yeah, so these are gluten-free, organic peanut butter, and natural jelly. So no corn syrup. That's good, right? Hacks? Hacks, isn't it good? Hacks, isn't it good?
I didn't hate it.
So Jediker and I were on the other side of the lake the other day. I don't know what it is, but like I feel like I've fallen in love with this place the past couple of days, like more so than I was before. Where like yesterday's sunset, I was just like watching it, and I've just been like looking at the details of the trees and like all the new flowers that have bloomed, and I'm like, so pretty. And it's like I keep seeing flowers, but I'm still like, oh my god, oh wow, you know. And so it's just like I don't know if it's today or all the past couple of days, but like I just feel like things have been like really awesome here, and like we're really starting the next chapter, and really that's why I like sleeping outside. And everyone's like, it's weird, but it's like we're in this magical place that we're safe. We can sleep outside. It's kind of cool. I wish it was warmer at night, but like it's awesome. Like we have such a gift, just this land, and like things are still simple, and they're gonna be simple, and it's kind of awesome. Like not thinking about our phones or even the computer was kind of a crazy. And now I'm like, wow, whatever. And so like just it's a gift, and it's now almost 2 months done. So.
Can I say too, just to bring to light, like the pride I have in my own 2 hands that I never knew I had.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like I feel like, you know, at home I used to get down on myself, like, oh, why don't I have any cool special talents? And then being here, I realized, oh, dummy, it's because the only thing you cared about was pressing next.
Like, you never had to call on any of those talents, you know.
So I mean, being here and really focusing on teaching myself, I've learned that I'm capable of everything. So that's why even throw myself into whatever stupid.
That's the thing. Once you realize that you're capable of learning, you can do whatever.
You so are incredibly endless in your talents, and it was from a comedy show, but it was still one of the most intellectually sound things I've ever heard in my life. And it was about, you know, the kids are in the back seat and they're like, "Wow, we want to watch TV. Where's my movie? Blah, 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 blah." And the dad just turns around and he's like, "Do you know that inside your mind, it is endless? It goes on and on and on inwardly for forever. There is no corner of your brain that you can touch." And just in knowing that, he's like, how can you not be entertained? You know?
That's awesome. I love it.
And it was just, I mean, he just stopped and said it, and it was the most real thing I've ever thought, that your mind goes inwardly, infinitive.
It does.
You know? It's infinite. And to know that there really is no limitation on how much you can know and learn, how is that not entertaining in and of itself? How can you not go inside there and entertain yourself and learn and keep learning? So I appreciate.
I don't get when some people have said that they're bored here.
Yeah,
I know.
And I'm like, what? Like,
I know. I don't feel like there's enough time.
yeah, exactly.
Stupid little petty
there's
things.
too much
that
to
just don't
do.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you
Just
just
show
go
kindness to each other. There's so
inwardly. You go on infinitely.
Yeah.
And that's
And we're here a bleep of a time.
Yeah.
Why waste that, you know? Be nice to each other and enjoy each other's company while we have it here.
Just learn, you guys. There's so much stuff here to learn. All that stuff that you said, like all the stuff I said in my armchair, like when I'm wasting my life, I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. I have the opportunity to learn and do it here.
That's right.
So that's why I kind of throw
It's so
myself
empowering.
into everything. So
I
nice.
think I was talking to Kristen the other day about how, like, I mean, not only like learning so much, but like I never in my life have like had to call on the full limit of so many different skills. You know, like the cheese making or like the seamstressing. Like I hated being a seamstress. I effing hated it. I'm so glad I did it though. Like, because I've just pulled at every single bit of knowledge I've ever had, like whether that's physical skills or mental skills or social skills. But when you stretch those things, that's when you grow. You know, leading up to this, I mean, everybody knows how difficult it was leading up to this. You know, making this decision, and every single time I said to myself, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, it just kept going, and I did it. You know, or like, oh, this is too much, this is too much, this is too much, and then it wasn't too much. Like my capacity expanded. And I think that's what's happening here. You know, our capacity keeps expanding, and it doesn't mean that it's easy. When you go work out and you build new muscle, it freaking hurts. You know, it hurts, but it expands your muscle, you know, and that's what happens. We're stretched to our limit so that we can stretch beyond our limit.
And that's why it can be scary too. Anytime you're about to stretch, fear. So anytime you feel fear, keep going. Like there's something greater waiting. And so this idea of like, oh my gosh, but I'm not gonna know how to do it, or I can't do it, or whatever. So what's the worst that happens? You're left exactly where you were before.
Right.
You know, so you never know unless you try.
I got this afraid of doing something. That's the biggest indicator that's what you need to do next.
I agree.
I mean,
What are we afraid of? Let's do something. What are we afraid of? Let's do
Here?
Well, I mean, I'm not really afraid of anything here,
Me
but
neither.
let's learn something new. Well, I'm still learning.
What
so
shall we
breaking.
do next?
I'm afraid of learning how to operate that saw. But I feel like I should, but I want
I'm
to.
sure that too. I'm sure Josh would love if we ask him for a tutorial.
Yes.
Let's do
He
that.
has been asking.
Has he?
Asking for it
Do
to
you
like
live in
teach us.
Aspen?
He like wants to teach.
I also
perfect.
want to stop bothering him to like when I want like one cut on a piece of wood. You know, like
Yeah.
Let's do that.
that's a
That's
good
a good
idea.
idea.
Go ask him to teach all
As
this.
a group,
Mm-hmm.
the women.
He would love all the women coming over and being like, "Can you teach us how to use this stuff?"
We'll let him be the star of the show.
Yeah.
Put him in the spotlight. He'll like that. Yeah.
And he was just saying he needed a little bit more
Yeah.
Where am I?
affirmation.
Yeah.
Oh, right, based on today with the group. Yeah. That's why these things are so great sharing, because I want to like say good morning to everyone, or at least poke them or something.
At least poke him.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
some people get a poke, some people get a
Throw a
good
rock
morning.
at him.
Yeah, like
I
love
realize
it.
how valuable it is for it to be a more public forum because, like, I mean, we all have people that like we'll go to like vent about things, and so it's like you satisfy that venting need. But when you actually get to tell multiple people, like it unlocks those things, you know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
This is lovely.
Can we smell good now?
Can we do it? Oh, smelling good. Right. Okay.
I had enough.
How many did you have?
A lot. Too many.
You can have mine.
I have
So I'm
one
not going
milk.
to eat it.
You eat it.
I want you to have
You
it.
can have mine.
You know what? I really want you to have it.
I don't friggin' want
But
it.
I really want you to.
I'll take a bite.
I feed it to you and to you.
I'm gonna put it against your mouth and it's gonna smash there, Bella. It's gonna go. So eat it.
I can't eat the bread. Thank you, though. It looks so good.
I opened it and you like it.
It's gluten free.
Yeah.
I know, but I have to stay away from the bread just for now.
Okay.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it. It looks really good.
All right. We're gonna smell good.
You're allowed.
We're gonna smell so good.
What's that?
This is bergamot. Bergamot. So that's what's in Earl Grey tea. Is bergamot. So it smells like Earl Grey. And for me, that's a very comforting thing. I like Earl Grey tea with like sugar and a little bit of cream in it is just like the best thing in the world.
So
I had like
relaxing.
2 tea bags that I brought here and they're long gone now, but they were so nice. So nice when I had them. And then internally, it's also good for UTIs. If you ever needs to get those all into something. So, but
Celery is good for that as
for
well.
me, it's personally just very comforting.
My dad has this cologne called gray flannel. And it does smell
Gray flannel.
exactly like a gray flannel shirt. And he always wears it during happy times, like Christmas and like birthdays and everything. So every time I smell gray flannel or smell, I get so happy.
Once you go through all of your essential oils,
so
I have some
good.
too.
Yeah, we should just order some.
That too.
Well, we're eventually gonna have to order some for
We do
soap
for
also.
soap, yeah.
Some cheaper ones. These are like
smells really
expensive
good.
ones. What? My passport?
I love your dad one.
She's like a vixen.
your passport.
She's like a vixen in it.
Yeah.
I think it's in my crate. I'll find
There
it.
was once upon a time I had a modeling career. Once upon a
It's
time.
all yours. I've
Yeah,
seen yours.
keep
I haven't
it.
seen yours.
I'll show you.
I will show you. Rob's picture cracks me up. Rob, he's got like
haven't
a
seen
black turtleneck.
I haven't seen Rob.
It's great.
I
We
really
have
want
to
to see it.
A black turtleneck. I can't see him with a black turtleneck on.
Even seeing him with it on, you can't see him
No.
with it on. It's
They're
like,
naked in that one.
you are?
Yeah, they.
Why do you have so many clothes?
I was like, what's going on?
No, really.
I thought it was gonna be tits out all the time.
That's true. It's very true.
Hey, I was clear from the beginning. I'll be naked only when it's warm enough.
Yeah, really.
It's very clear about that.
Weather permitting.
It's weather
Put an
permitting
asterisk.
nudity. Yeah.
Professional nudist.
With
Asterisk.
160
Weather permitting.
Put that on my new business cards. Professional nudist.
Oh, I am getting
Weather
business
permitting.
cards.
That's great.
So I'll put
That's
them
funny.
along.
But that's true. Maybe what if someone hired you to be nude at their party? Would you do it?
That seems weird.
That does seem weird. I wouldn't do that.
But, I mean, but then at the
Well,
same time, like
I theme.
at the same time, I've had like body painted and be nude at a party, but
That's
I'm body
different, though.
painted.
It's like a purpose.
Just to be nude. That's
Or
Yeah.
people eat
I'm just
sushi off
asking.
you.
what?
Sushi.
Like the sushi thing? No, that's a little odd.
Let people eat
It's a
sushi.
little intimate. It's a little too intimate. Yeah.
No.
Totes normal. I've done it.
Have you?
No, I have not been the lady.
Oh,
But I've
But
eaten
you've
the
eaten
sushi.
Off of a lady?
Yeah.
Where?
We had-
Is
we-
it a
It
restaurant
seems
or
like
party?
something that I would
What
do.
restaurant does that?
No, it was at when I worked at the adult
Like,
club.
for parties.
That I worked at. We had this this Asian infusion night with like a big sushi restaurant, and they came in and we had all of these. We had like the big dragon, and we
See,
had like
that's
the
my
sushi.
thing is it feels weird that like it's that the naked sushi is kind of like wrapped up in the still the adult scene.
Oh, they did
which
it
I think is fine
before.
with it, but I don't want to.
I got the idea from a really nice
Yeah.
club,
Yeah.
like not an adult club, a nice club.
The energy around it's a little different. Yeah.
I dug it.
Let's finish the last so that we can close.
She made a lot of money.
I'm sure she did.
I'm sure she did.
So, go on, girl, with your sushi ass.
Yeah, really.
A couple times. It's so. I don't even know if I want to get into it.
Just do it. Now you have to.
explain
Yeah.
it.
It's like saying,
My girlfriend Emily, she used to work, or maybe she still works, I don't know, as a personal assistant to this weird guy who was tons of money. Like
that happens a lot.
This is sounding familiar.
he used to own like the Aria. But so he was like the super conservative Republican guy, but was like super holistic, like, ate a ton of supplements, but was also germaphobe. So he never wanted to touch anybody. And she was his personal assistant.
Oh, funny.
And
Difficult.
but he would pay her and me to go with him and just like tan naked, as it were. But like
company.
wouldn't touch us,
Right.
wouldn't be creepy at all, would barely even talk to us. Like
Was the
Like,
dot?
I think you just kind of completed the scene. I mean, if I'm gonna have a yacht and I'm gonna be that loaded,
wait, what?
Yacht decoration?
that's what I'm saying. You kind of
look, I
completed
guess.
it.
Yeah.
Was it parked or we?
I guess a
buddy.
professional nudist. I guess-
That's a professional.
No, we would
You're a professional nudist.
Yeah.
I would say boat ensemble.
we would go out like
ensemble.
we go out in the marina like
No, there are a lot of men like that, and it's not even for them; it's for everyone else.
it's more for everybody else.
Yeah, it's
They
You
care
know.
like what pretty
people thought.
Like
girls
Christopher
are.
wanted me
Yeah.
to stop, so I stopped.
Yeah. They just kind of like to show out,
Yeah.
and that's part of it. That's kind of what makes other people go, "I messed up my life."
It is. It's about the display.
Yeah.
How do I
Yeah.
look to others? That's a lot of that scene is that. You
Yeah.
know.
Ego. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, if you got a free meal out of the deal, I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm all for free.
I don't hate on it.
Tell him to call me. I'm down.
Bree's like,
Oh
how
my
can
God.
I sign up?
He would be 100% into you. He'd
Really?
be so into you.
Oh my god,
But
sign
then at
me
the same time,
up!
but then
Sign me up!
That sounds like a good breed job.
I don't know, it was so weird because like there was that, but then he would also hire both she and I because he was a distributor for this name of, and like he would hire us to model that. We'd do the catalog stuff for him, you know. So like he'd give us like legitimate jobs as well. I don't know, it was weird. I
How
still
much does someone pay
You're
for
you're
you
a
to be-
model the whole time
for you
to
to
him.
be
You understand,
naked.
right? It's just different contexts.
How much do people pay for naked
I'm
modeling? Or
uncomfortable
make-
discussing.
Okay,
that.
okay. Forget it.
Because I'm gonna toss out a number, and like half the world's gonna be like, "You made that much," and half the world's gonna be like, "That's far too little."
Yeah,
so,
you're so- you're so
regardless of whatever
short.
the number is, somebody's
Exactly.
everyone's gonna be unhappy.
You're
with
gonna be
it,
bad.
so.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
Smart girl.
So.
Oh my
Okay.
god, give him my
Some things are
number.
left to imagination.
I get paid to go tanning on a yacht? What?
You have to be naked.
That's fine. It just evens out the tan, that's all.
He's like, I do it for free in here.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
She's like, I did it for ramen noodles in Utopia.
That's
Reasonable.
available for professional nudist thing. I didn't
Somebody
think about
wants to pay me
that.
to tan on their yacht. Call me.
Free's
Don't do
available.
it naked. Okay. So
Okay,
on that note,
Yeah, really?
Just a quick business mention.
Good meeting, good meeting.
close your eyes and feel that smile across your face. Be grateful for this wonderful safe space you've created together. Taking all the gems of how to make Utopia even better, more supporting, more loving, more nurturing, more harmonious. And in closing Goddess Circle, ask someone outside of this space, what is something that would make them feel supported or more supported in Utopia? And may we continue to spread that love throughout Utopia and share with each other all the little things we find out in terms of how we can help each other feel more supported. And take a deep inhale and release. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank
That was great.
Somebody else eat that last piece of banana
Yes.
because I don't want it.
Someone else to eat it. I'm gonna take
Take it, because I'm going to take this inside and clean it.
You take it.
For
Nope.